Hi! In our previous video, we created a simple add and edit form where the data can be manipulated from a table. In many cases, projects require a read-only table where the data is added or edited in a pop-up window called a modal. The data fields can then be structured as a capture form, where more complex validation and other rules can be applied. Nintex forms can have multiple surfaces. This includes the main form, but also any number of sliding panels or modal pop-ups. In this demo, we will focus on using a modal pop-up. The first step in changing our form is to create a new modal surface. We will call it the Add Edit Modal. In the General tab of the modal, make sure to enable the Restrict Closing the Modal option. This is important as by default modals will close any time you click outside of them. Doing so, in this case, may close the modal while we are trying to add new data, which may leave our data in an inconsistent state. In order to show our fields as separate editable items, we need to drag a form component onto the modal section of the modal. Make sure the form is linked to the parent model. Add the required modal fields to the form. Set the default mode to edit. Drag a button set component into the footer section of the modal and add a cancel and save button. Setting the save button style variant to primary will make it stand out more. Now that our modal is set up, we can go back to the main form. First, we set the table default mode to read only. Then we add an add button to the button set at the top of the form. Add a new action flow to the Add button. Call it Click Add. Add a Create New Rows action, and make sure it is connected to the parent model. This will add a new blank row to the model, and set this row as the row in context. Then add a Show Modal action, and select the Add Edit Modal. In the modal, add a new action flow to the Cancel button. Call it Modal Cancel. Add a Cancel Changes in Model action, and set the models to cancel as parent. This will ensure that the row we added to the model when we opened the modal is removed. Then add a Close Modals action. This will close the pop-up. Now we add a new action flow to the Save button. Call it Modal Save. Add a Save Changes in Model action that is linked to the parent model. We generally enable the Rollback Entire Save on any error option to ensure our data stays consistent. Add a Close Modals action to the success path to close the modal and complete the action. Back on the form, add a row action to the table and call it Edit. Now add a new action flow to that button. Call it Table Click Edit. Add a show modal action. The row action is aware of the row in context. It will open the modal with the correct data. We can now reload the form and test the add and edit functionality. The last step in our form's transformation is to remove the new row and save changes buttons from the top button set, which we will leave for you to complete. See you in the next demo.